Good morning, Team Evolve. Happy Saturday. It is Memorial Weekend. It is the last Saturday of the month. So my name is Peter No. I'm a Senior Presidential Director here with Lifewave. I have my beautiful best friend, sponsor, enroller, whatever you want to call her. I call her Marci. How you doing this morning, Marci?
I'm doing good. Always nice to be on training with you, Peter. No, my business partner, best friend, and always have his back. So here we are.
Wow, it's actually been a while since we've done a little training together, right? I think all of us have been busy, and I just wanted to say thank you everyone this morning for being here. We know it is Memorial Weekend. We know you can do whatever you like outside of the gym, but every time when you're in the gym here with us, we just want to make sure that you're getting a lot of value, you're learning something, and you're constantly evolving, okay? So today, Marci and I decide we wanted to do, again, just another in-depth repeat, okay, of the 333, the PPP, the Pique, Pre-Qualify, and packages. I really want to go in depth with this because as we're going into our 4th year, does everybody know in September, it will be Marci and I's 4-year anniversary, okay? After 4 years to grow to this level, I just want everyone on this call to understand because we are finalizing our May, okay? After May, we only have 1 more month, which is June. There will be a lot of things happening in June with the company as far as promotions, moving up the ranks. And then after that, everybody, you still have another 3 months, 90 days, okay, to get into the biggest ranks that you can possibly get. So Marci and I are dedicated. We're going to help you, hold your hands. And what we want to do is go through the system. If anybody, let me ask you, actually raise a hand. Who here still has a challenge? Let me ask everyone, who still has a challenge building the business? Literally knowing what to say, knowing what not to say, what to send, what not to send. Who here actually is in the flow? Let me repeat. Who here is in the flow with their business? Raise their hand. Okay, literally in the flow. What does it mean by being in the flow? Being in the flow means literally when you talk to someone, you can just flow. You know exactly what that person is thinking. You know exactly what they're gonna say back, right, Marci? When you're in the flow, you're literally, you know what they're gonna ask, you know what they're gonna say. Does that make sense, everyone? Mm-hmm. Just like if you were to go to the gym and you've already been in the gym so long, you know exactly how to do the sit-up, you know exactly how to do the pull-up, the push-up to work each muscle, and it is automatic. We have grown to this level here by just keeping it always simple. Does that make sense, everyone? And if you're a brand new person here for the first time on this call, congratulations, okay? Learning this system here would not only save you years, let me repeat that, years of headaches and heartaches, okay? Who here wants headaches and heartaches? Raise your hand. I don't think anybody does, right? But then, who here wants to save money? Who here wants to save energy? And then when you want to save that, just imagine this, everyone. When the people that you talk to, if they see you work less and make more, does that compel them to join you? It does, 1,000%. So Marci and I are always talking about the 333 PPP. Marci has her morning class, her morning work schedule to literally support that system, okay? So today we're gonna go a little bit in depth, but I just wanna we're just probably going to start right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's what I'd like to do, Peter, is I'm just going to share screen this. This is our system. Peter has told me I have to rewrite the system this weekend and get it up. That's going to follow this. So probably within the next week, everything will match in writing our new Evolve system, reminding you that there's love in Evolve. And the system, Peter, is 333 PPP. The 333 is the actions we do, and the PPP is the behaviors. And I would like everyone to have a notebook. You all should be taking notes. If you don't have a notebook, go to Staples and buy one, because professional network marketers take notes. So having said that, let's take some notes on what 333 PPP is. Peter, if you could just tell us what does patch 3 a day, follow up with 3 a day, and invite 3 to the patching podcast. What is that? Explain it.
So what that means is to patch 3 a day, everyone, it means, are you talking? Are you physically talking and asking 3 people a day how to pique their interest on what you want them to know?
So let me ask, let's start with that, Peter. You said you patch 3 a day. When you say you patch 3 people a day, it all starts with talking to people. Would that be correct?
That is all that is. Patching does not mean physically patching, but patching can mean just piquing 3 people's
a day.
mind.
And to do that, would you recommend that everyone has a list book? Do all network marketers have lists on who they are patching 3 a day to, or peaking when they patch? Would you agree with that?
1,000%. Everyone, our business is literally, I want to say this, your business is your database. The reason why you want to learn this right away, especially for the brand new people and the people that have been in the network marketing for many, many years, is you cannot burn through your database. So if you do it right the first time, then you can flow through learning the process. If you don't do this system here, which we have experienced, then you're going to burn through your database by doing it wrong. If
so
you
Peter,
do more, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about databasing real quick, just so the new person knows how to make a list. Because I would say, Peter, a lot of new people are like, well, what does that mean? Do you know Dr. Stacy taught me, and I like to duplicate good stuff. So what she taught me, Peter, is on my list. Actually, I'm already in a new list book, my second list book. Here's my first, here's my second. Go to Staples and spend $2 and make a list book. But in the front of the list book, Peter, I actually wrote what my intentions are in making a list. And this is what I wrote. And you guys should write this too on your list book. If you don't have a list book, get a piece of paper, start it on a piece of paper and move it to a book. But here's what I say, Peter. Lifewave, the holy grail of healing. Have you heard about stem cells? Who do I know that would like this? Who do I know? And look at Peter. I already started a brand new list because I'm working from this book now to this book. And I just want to give you an example, Peter, what's on my list, because I think it's interesting. I met Christina on the airplane. I have her phone number. I met Carolyn on the airplane. I have her phone number. I need to call Valerie Wilson. She's Mary Becker's connection, and I'm helping her with it, right? So I'm helping someone in my line. Elizabeth Kazer, I met on Messenger. I got her phone number. Nicole is Linda's friend. I'm helping her. Wendy is from my other company, and I'm not sure if she contacted me to get me terminated from my other company, to be honest, but she's on my list, right? And Sharon, I met at the Healing Arts Fair with Claudia. She is on my list. So do you see how they're all come from different places?
So Marci, when you make a list, everyone, do you see how Marci puts an intention? When you write it down on a piece of paper, that is an intention. That is energy that you're putting out there. So the more you write down the names, the more you go through the list, right, Marci? You are just creating a behavior, everyone, okay? So whether people sign up, whether they don't, it doesn't matter. You're starting the duplication immediately by making the list.
I would tell you this, Peter. If you feel like, you know how sometimes you feel like everything's going your way, and sometimes you feel like everyone's saying no to you. It just happens in our business. It happened for me. There was a time a few months ago where I felt everyone was saying no to me. You know what I did, Peter? I said, I'm going to go make a bigger list because I need new people, you know, that aren't saying no to me. So what did I do? I started talking to more people. I was giving my business card on airplanes, at Starbucks. I went and did an event with my friend Claudia because I wanted a bigger list. Like I have a huge list on my phone, and I still work my list on my phone, of course, and Facebook and Messenger. But I myself was ready for some new people as well. So, you know, you start with your warm list and you help your people's warm list. That's why you saw that I had Valerie, who's Mary's connection, and Nicole, who's Linda's connection. What am I doing there? I'm helping my people with their list. I'm not taking those people. I'm helping them secure it. And then I wanted to go get some new people for myself. I mean, it's kind of simple, but making the list helps you stay focused. And you really should spend what I like to call list time where you are like, I'm adding to my list, I'm moving people to other parts of my list. Like it's focused work on your list, because I believe, Peter, the list is like your funnel, and it is the lifeblood of your business. Thoughts on that?
I love it, Marci. And I want everyone to know, especially for the brand new people here that have never been in the industry, you always just got to remember, this is business. We are in the people business. When you're constantly just talking to new people, you are doing the business. But everyone, when you go down your 1, 2, 3 list on a daily basis, ask yourself this. And today, Marci, we're probably going to take longer on this topic, okay? Because I really want to go in depth.
Perfect.
Are you really getting better one person at a time? Are you really understanding and connecting with that person on your list, one person at a time? Are you learning boundaries, what to say and what not to say, what to do and what not to do, every person at a time? If you're not getting the results, if you're after 3 people, 6 people, then there's something wrong. Let me repeat that again. If you're not just getting conversation, right, Marci? You starting conversations. If you're not flowing your conversations properly.
Let's talk about that, because now we just taught you how to patch 3 people a day. Let's be honest. It's making lists, okay? Make no mistake that professional network marketers are master list makers. We either make lists or we work the list. We make lists and work the list. You can go work with an influencer and help with them getting more of a list for you, but make no mistake, you're going to be working it with them and for them, right? Or you're the worker of the list. I always think about that way as a network marketer. I am the you make a list, you work the list. How are you going to get more to your list? Are you going to work the list? I see a lot of people make lists or have lists, but they won't work it. Or correct. I see people who just can't get enough to their list. They want to work it, but there's just nobody on their list, right? The marriage is figuring out the list and the working of the list, and do it together, because we're leveraged. So like, I'll give you an example, Peter. I have an influencer. They are so good at bringing me lists. They will not call one of their people. In fact, they said to me the other day, hey, are you calling my person because it just came in? And what's my answer to that? Yes, I am calling that person for you, because if I close that person, it's for her and me. Do you understand? I understand what my job is, right? I work the list, I make the list. Some people are great making of lists and some people are great working lists. network marketers really need to know how to do both. Yes, Peter?
So in the beginning phase of your business, everyone, okay, you make your list and you learn how to work it and make it. The second phase of your business is the cycling, everyone, where you now have a team. So what Marci's saying, that once you have a team, you can, it's called tap root. You're tap rooting into your team's list. And you can keep busy doing that because the compensation plan allows you, it actually helps you making your list, going down your team's list, and doing that together. Does that make sense, everyone? The comp plan wants you to help your teams, but in the beginning, you got to do it first because your team is watching you. Trust me, if Marci and I weren't doing the list and all our leaders here, everybody does the same thing, but in just your ways, okay? We're not
And I
telling
tell you, Peter, I make my own list every day. I enrolled 3 new people last week for myself. So I make my list, work my list, and then I help my team work their list. I do both. I do both because I am in active build mode. I want to build myself personally another 100,000 line. I'm building. So you also have to say, when all else fails, what do you do, Peter? You build. You build. If you're frustrated, what do? You build.
You build.
If you think something's not fair, what do?
You build.
You build. If you're happy, what do?
You build.
If you're sad, what do?
You go eat a cake.
And build. And you got to upset tummy. Do you understand? I just build every day. I don't ask you guys to do anything I don't do every day. Peter, let's go into from the list making into piquing interest now. Are you ready?
Okay.
Because
well,
now
I want to stay on this. So the 3, everyone, is, are you talking to at least 3 people a day? The next 3 is just, are you following up with those 3 people a day, which we're going to go into with the pre-qualifying. And the last 3, everyone, is, this is what we really want to focus on, Marci, in June, okay? Because the podcast is going to be elevated. Are you inviting everyone who you're talking to the podcast? Are you inviting them to the infomercial? Are you inviting them to the information outside of you? That is another huge, big part of the 333, right, Marci?
Absolutely. I would say so. The action, Peter, is we patch 3 people a day. It's your list. You follow up with 3 people a day. The 3 people every day on your list, you follow up. The follow-up is that you will not close. You need to follow up with people 5 times. You have an 80% close rate on the 5th time. When you follow up 1 to 4 times on someone, you only close at 10%. So follow up, follow up, follow up. The patching podcast is the secret sauce. It is the validation that this is real. You don't have to do the work. That's what we do for you. You just bring your people to the patching podcast. I mean, on Thursday, Dr. Stacy and I did the Thursday. We always do Thursday. The first half was our testimonial calls. The second half was the business. It was another call at 6:30. Here's the thing on the testimonial call, Peter. We had Dale. You're Dale. I met Dale in Florida. Lovely Dale Silvers. He was on, and this man is like a professional in everything natural. I mean, he's what he is. You know that, Peter. Yes. And literally, he has like a blood thing in his close to his heart that is not there anymore. I mean, like, how do you make that stuff up? His friend put his arm, who he couldn't raise his arm for the last like 5 years, and he could raise his arm up. Like, I just ask what's been happening. I don't know what they're going to say, to be honest with you, Peter. I don't. Yes. I just know that it's going to be so good because our product works. So can you imagine sending your people and hearing just real people with real experience having what do you call it? An experience, right, Peter? What do you think of that?
I love it. And can you imagine, Marci, that we're in a company where there will be never people, we will never run out of people to talk to because everybody has stem cells.
I know. And here's the interesting thing, Peter. We had our business call right after at 6:30, and it's really good. Dr. Stacy talks about the product. I talk about why it's the right business as it relates to the company, to the money you can make, and to our team's duplication system. Any network marketer that sees that, and if their company is having problems, and there are a lot are having problems, I can name about 10 companies having problems right now, they will take a look at our business. And I want to show Peter where some of where these are. So Kit, will you tell me that you can see? Can you see the biz site up right now?
Yes. Yes.
I just want to show you so you can go know where the materials are. All you do is you go right below the system to the 14 steps to success. Okay, this is on startx39biz.com. And the first thing I want to show you, and by the way, aren't the colors pretty? I just love our new blue Evolve, Peter. It's so professional. I'm really proud of Evolve. I mean,
We're getting a lot of love for Evolve.
Everybody loves it. They just want to be a part of it. So you go to tab 8, invite to podcast. And let's go look, for example, on like what Monday would be. Well, there is the schedule of all our patching podcasts in one place. All of our business is right underneath, or you can go and see individual. So let's go look at there. There's Monday's podcast. You just take your finger and edit, copy, and edit, paste, and send it to somebody.
Man, I love the new flyers.
Aren't they great? You can thank a combination, really. Michelle Blaze did all of these. And of course, our Sally always gives input and pictures and everything. We couldn't run it without help. So let's go look real quick on Thursday, for example. Well, there's Stacy, Patching Podcast, and myself on Thursdays. Edit, copy, edit, paste. And then right after is our business. We do one a week right now on business opportunity, and you can send that. I just wanted you guys to see how easy it is to access. Now, let's say you go, well, gosh, I have a friend and they want to, they have back issues. Where would I find a testimonial to send? Well, you go to startx39biz.com, 14 steps to success, tab 5, join Telegram. Make sure you join it, and you have to join it by clicking the links, then come out, and then you can click all the tabs. Evolve is everything we talk about. Evolve testimonials are testimonials only. There's a little search, and you just search whatever you want to search. Pain, back pain, fast growing stuff, fatigue, whatever you want to search. There are 3,000 testimonials housed there. Let's say you want to do a business testimonial. They're all here. Let's say you want to do something that doctors are talking about right here. The before and after pictures, a picture tells 1,000 words. This is my personal favorite. I just send pictures all day long. And then we have Spanish. So know that this is where your recorded testimonials are. Also, while you're here, please enroll in our Facebook. We're live right now on Facebook, and our YouTube channels. We are on YouTube, Lifewave X39 Team. This ranks us better in YouTube, having Lifewave there. I may add Evolve. We're going to just kind of play with ranks on that. Dr. Stacy and Susan Allen's playlist only. All of the most are some of our best interviews. Dr. Harmon was just with her last week as an example. YouTube, all right there. So don't be afraid to use these. You can also go to preloaded. If you're stressed out and you're like, I don't know how to do any of this, then you could just go to preloaded testimonials, science, and you literally could just grab one that's already done for you. There was a great one by David Schmidt where Peter interviewed David, and it's his 5 favorite patches and why. You just edit, copy, edit, paste. I just want you guys to see, oh, we even have, do we have, yeah.
Wait till everybody sees our business podcast coming up soon. It's going to be good.
Yes. So, oh, here, and you got Spanish. So if you like our guy, is there anything Spanish? Hey, look at there. We got all of these are in Spanish. I mean, it's kind of amazing. I'm just gonna tell you that the Biz site has so much good stuff in it. So don't be afraid to go into the 14 steps of success and click the tabs and see what you can use. But once again, let's go back to what we were talking about on the system. I just want to make sure you guys understand that when you invite 3 to podcast, that you understand you can get pre-recorded podcast on tab 5 and invite to live podcast invites. I believe that was what, on tab number 9. Is that correct? Or tab 8. Let's make sure I did that. So write down tab 5 for testimonials and tab 8 for invite to podcast. That's where you would actually use that so that you could actually follow the system that Peter's talking about. So that is 3-3-3. We patch 3 a day, we follow up with 3 a day, and we invite 3 to our podcast. That's the actions. Raise your hand if you can do that. Can everybody do that? If you can do that, raise your hand. Can you guys do that? The 3-3-3. It's
Now,
not really that hard, right?
So now I want to just, for the last time before we get to the PPP, everyone, whatever you do on the 3-3-3, if you're down, if your business is not where it's at, you gotta go back to the basics, okay? This call, the Zoom today is really going back to the basics, okay? Now, let's go into the PPP, Marci.
Yeah, let's go ahead and show that real quick. So peak interest, pre-qualified, and pick a pack. Let's start with peaking interest. So before you tell us what it is, Peter, let's remind people that it is the list, the patching 3 a day, that you're gonna peak interest on that list, on that person. So what I need to do, Peter, is Christina, who I met on the airplane, I've got to text and talk and talk and text to her, and I need to pique her interest. How am I going to pique Christina, who's on my list, interest, Peter? How do you, are there piquing questions that we use?
So I want to take everybody to, again, let's pretend we're all going on a date, okay? A date. Who here likes to go on dates? I think husband and wife need to go on dates too, okay? So imagine I meet a girl on the street. I don't know her. I have no clue who she is, right, Marci?
Correct.
Imagine I met you and I want to date you, but I don't know who you are. What is
you would say, oh, Marci, you're too tall for me.
That is not a peaking, that's not a peaking question, right?
Oh, oops, I did it wrong. I already
yeah, so I'll be like, okay, hey, nice day today. Oh, I love your glasses. What's your name? Did everybody hear what I just said? Hey, I don't know who, hey, lovely day today. I love your sunglasses. What's your name? Marci, did that pique something?
I totally turned to you because I'm like, oh my God, he just complimented me and he thinks I'm cute because he likes my glasses. Now, I would say one other thing on that. I would say, my name is Marci. What's your name?
My name is Peter. What are you doing around here?
No, what's your name?
Oh, my name is Peter.
Then you would ask me, what's your name?
Oh, what's your name? Sorry, what's your name? Duh. What's your name?
Well, my name's Marci. It's nice to meet you. You like my glasses?
Yeah. Are you in fashion or something?
Oh my God, no, but thank you so much. I really do like these. I think they make my nose look smaller.
Oh, well, I don't know, because I work with a lot of women in my business, and I just had to compliment you because I thought you're in fashion. Yeah, are you in what industry are you in? What do you do?
I'm in the stem cell industry, actually.
Oh, wow. What is it about stem cells? You mean the injection stem cells?
Oh, no. Activation. Those stem cell injections are too expensive and they've been outlawed in the US anyway. So we're into the activation, which is awesome. That's why I don't look 56 and why you're asking me out, because I really look 30.
So everyone, time out. Did you hear what just happened? I want everyone just to see what just happened. When you peak, when you start conversations, right, Marci?
Yeah.
It could be one peak to another interest, to another interest, to another interest. You're constantly piquing each other, everyone. Does that make sense? You're not, Marci, we're not going into saying anything yet. You're not going into the pre-qualification stage yet. So
You're
I
really
want
not. You really just piqued my. He really. I'm just going to be totally honest right now. Like as a girl, like he really just piqued my interest. Like he really did. You did good.
and I do that all the time, everyone. Nice shoes, nice purse, nice hair, nice shirt, nice eyes, whatever you
Oh
want
my
to
gosh,
say.
Peter! I think I just found out how you do it. I never
do it.
knew it.
I do it all the time. I literally go up to women and I just start conversations all the
So
time.
what
And I
he
teach
just
them.
did, you guys, is he's Mr. Complimenter. Write that in your notes. Are you a Mr. Complimenter? Are you a Ms. Complimenter? What do I mean? Like really, he compliments. That's his secret sauce. I have to say, I've been watching him for a decade in social situations, and I never understood why everybody likes him.
Just because I compliment.
It's because he compliments everybody.
That's because I peak.
Oh my, I'm writing that down. I'm going to be Ms. Complimenter.
So everyone, peaking is, you could be breaking the ice. Everything you have to do before you do anything, everyone, practice peaking. Talk to your wife, talk to your husband, talk to your children, talk to your neighbor. Just practice that behavior, everyone, okay? Just keep on peaking at every conversation you do,
So
and watch how your life will change
let's
too.
give a couple peaking scripts so you can practice at home. You can practice with your husband. You can practice peeking your pillow. I don't care. So here we go. I have two peaking scripts that I like. Please write these down. Peter, once I tell them to you, I'm going to see if I can peak you with them. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So the very first peaking script is the I'm concerned about you peak. The I'm concerned about you peak. Here it goes. Write it down. What's going on with you? What are you doing these days for fun? What are you doing these days for work? How's your health? Those are questions. Those are peaking questions. Peaking questions. I finally found something that helps me with whatever's going on with them. Here's Peter's favorite. Have you heard about stem cells?
6.
Did you know you could activate your own stem cells for less than a cup of coffee a day? Okay, I'm going to give you guys an example of this real quick, and then we'll work on it with Peter. Claudia, the redhead. I don't know if you've met Claudia. Is Claudia on the call? Claudia got me to go do an event with her last 2 weeks ago. Okay, we got these big before and after banners. I got to show those to you. I got another set. They're so good because she took mine. And what we did the first day is people came to our booth and we said, "What's going on with you?" And people told us all about their issues, and we patched and we educated, all the stuff you're supposed to do. And I looked at her and I said, we don't know enough about these people. What's going on with you isn't enough. We don't even know what they do for work. How are we ever going to know if these people are interested in this business? So guess what we did on day 2? We actually said, what do you do for work? What a concept. I actually used what I trained. Peter, I'm going to tell you 2 things that happened. The first lady, what's going on with you? Oh my gosh, I have a parasite coming out of my skin under my eye. Are you kidding? No, I've been, ever since I drank the bad water in Mexico, it's been a decade. I can't get rid of them.
Wow.
Oh my God, what do you do for work? I'm a naturopath.
Wow.
Whoa. Let me tell you how X39 Eon and glutathione are going to help you, and how we could then also build in your practice. I would love to know. Boom. Next lady, what's going on with you? I have the worst lower back pain. Let me patch you with X39 Eon and Lifewave. As I'm patching her lower back, what do you think I asked her? What do
Huh?
you do for work?
What do you,
I did, as I'm patching her. You know what she said? I own
what?
the #1 spa in LA. You do?
What?
Then my third one's 3 girls. I mimicked my nail polish based on one of the girls. She had this color. They were like 30. No, they looked like they were in their 20s, way too young for our product. I was already making assumptions. I said, I did, Peter, look at your nails. I love them. Can I take a picture of your nails? I want to match your color. She said, yeah. I go, what's going on with you? Nothing. We're perfect. We have nothing going on with us. Oh, well, let me put an X39 on you, on your perfectness. I said, what do you do for work? Guess what they were?
Beautician.
Influencers.
Influencers.
3 of them. They have 4 different podcasts. I go, do you make money at it? Oh, yeah, we're rich. You're rich? How are you rich as influencers? Oh, we're so good at what we do. People pay us money now to advertise their products on our stuff. Are you kidding me? We could do stem cells and you could be the list and I'd be the worker of the list. You get it?
So everyone, Marci peaked before she sent out anything, before she sent out the website, before she even shared a podcast. Those are our pre-qualifiers. She peaked 8 times. Are you peaking 8 times? Are you even peaking 2 times, 3 times? The more you peak, the more closer, the more you will know what they are, who they are, and maybe you get to what they want. Does that make sense, everyone? Okay. You just gotta go into that.
And Peter, you know, it's funny. I've been training on the I'm concerned about you Pique for the last couple months. I've been training on it over and over again. What do you do for fun? What do you do for work? How's your health? I've been training on that. And it took me in the situation to actually go, what am I doing wrong at this event? And in the moment, I said, I am not asking one of my peaks that I train on. I had to go back to my training and say, and you know what I mean? So it's one thing to train. It's another thing to be trained. It's another thing to put it in practice.
And I'm thank you, Marci, for being transparent, because I think we have 172 people on today. I know you all go through the same challenges that we do too. We all go through the same challenges, but then again, we're going through this together. We're working this out together, right? So today, really just our whole message today on this call and the training is, are you peaking enough? Then if you peak so good, everyone.
And before you get to pre-qualify, I want to give one other peak. Can I do one other peak?
Go ahead.
Because I think it's important that people have different peaking scripts with them. The second peaking script I got from Monica, who is in Brian and Paige's network, and they are professional network marketers. And so know that I don't know it all. I just listen and I add and I take notes. So what she told me the other day is she said, oh my gosh, I gave a compliment peak and it works so good. And you know how Peter said he just compliments all day long? I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you compliment peak? So this is your second peak, write it down, the compliment peak. Okay, the compliment peak. Authentically compliment who somebody is. Do you know when I first peaked Peter 3.5 years ago, I complimented him. Here's what I said to him. I remember walking into his office. At the time, he had these offices. He was running 3 different businesses at one time. Peter is like the man in Westminster. And I literally came into his office and I said, Peter, I know what kind of an entrepreneur you are. I see in your office, you're running many different businesses. Are they all running well for you? Yes, they are. That's what he said. I said, awesome. And then I asked about each one of them. And I found that one really wasn't working well for him. I was just listening, but I didn't mess up his ego. I just listened. I said, oh, well, have you heard about stem cells? Did you know you could activate your own stem cells for less than a cup of coffee a day? It may be better than one of your streams that I'm not sure if it's producing quite what you want. How many people are coming on that Zoom? Remember when I asked you that on that one business? What did you tell me?
I think it was like 5 or
Just
10,
5?
5 people.
I said, is that duplicating? Well, it's okay. But I knew that he knew it wasn't. So what did I do? I gave him 5 X39s that day, and he, in a plastic bag, that's all I had. I didn't have gifting envelopes at the time. I had nothing. I had a plastic bag, and I stuck them in his back pocket, and I put one on his body. And I remember that plastic bag hanging out of his pocket. If you know Peter, then he tools around on his tiptoes a bit off and about. And that's really the Pique. So the compliment Pique is complimenting who the person really is. Let's compliment Lizzie and Godfrey. Lizzie and Godfrey, I know that you go across the country taking care of people with hands and energy and really helping the souls of humanity. Have you heard about stem cells? Did you know you could activate your own stem cells with less than a cup of coffee a day? The organic crystal inside matches who you are. I would love for you to take a look, right? I just complimented them on, do you think they're gonna listen to me after I tell them who they really are and that I notice them? Of course they're gonna listen, and they did. I was actually at Claudia and Peter's place. When was that? 2.5 years ago, and that's what we did, didn't we?
Yes.
Wondering what all these little band-aids were on all of you. Like, what are these things on all of you? And how come you guys are all looking so young? That was the first thought out of us.
I still have that picture for that day that we were there, so it's just so memorable.
Yeah.
So let's get into the pre-qualify now, because we only have 15 minutes left. Wow.
I think today is going to be systems only, Peter.
Yes.
That's the system, and then we'll move next week on how the system can generate compensation with the gold. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. So let's go into peaking. Let's go ahead. So you guys understand pre-qualified. I'm concerned about you, Pique, the compliment Pique. You now have 2 scripts to practice. And remember how Peter said, try peaking 8 different times with the questions. All you're doing is piquing people's interest. Raise your hand if you got that. Do you guys got that? Can you guys do that? Just peek away. Peek away. All right.
The last peak you're gonna get to is, once you peak so well, it's the last one you're gonna find out, what have you heard about stem cells? Then the dialogue starts, right? And then the last peak is, what if there is a technology, or look at this Band-Aid. What if this thing can turn on your own stem cells? You want to get to a point where the person wants to know what you have, okay? That is when you transition now into the pre-qualification. And the pre-qualification, the reason why we have developed this beautiful website, and the reason why we have developed our podcast, our testimonial podcast system, is because we wanted to take everything away from you, meaning you don't have to explain anything. You don't have to be the doctor and the scientist. You just have to be the Jan, the Kathy, just be you. But then use tools. It's called leverage the tools, okay?
Let's talk about that real quick. The 2 pre-qualifying pieces that we use is startx39now.com. It's our informational site, and our testimonials. That is how we pre-qualify. And I love how you say, Peter, and I copy you all the time on this. You ready for this? If you were a real estate agent, would you show somebody 20 homes if they had a credit score of a 4?
No, never.
Why would you not show 20 homes to someone that has a credit score of a 4?
Because they're not qualified to purchase the home.
What a waste of your time.
What a waste of time. Now, everyone, can you imagine? Just visualize now every prospect that you're talking to. Are they pre-qualified to take the patches?
So here's what I do to pre-qualify. Tell me if you like this, Peter. After I've peaked, have you heard about stem cells? Did you know you could activate your own for less than a cup of coffee a day? Take a look at startx39now.com. Take a look at it. And here's what I tell them to look at, Peter. You ready? Just
Okay.
take a look at startx39now, startx39now.com. Okay. Oops, hold on. Give me a minute. I got to share screen. I love this site. Michelle has done.
He hit a home
She
run.
hit a home run on this for pre-qualification. Somebody,
Marci, do you know
that in.
people are literally joining because they see how professional this website is.
Great. So let's talk about how we use it to pre-qualify. All I do to pre-qualify, Peter, is this. You tell me if you like it. I say, take a look at video number 1. It's on light. It's only 2 minutes. Then take a look at video number 2 on stem cells, on stem cell activation. It's only 3 minutes. In 5 minutes, you'll know if you like it, but wait. Please go look at some of the pictures. This is my favorite part. I use pictures now, and I pick 3 of them. I say to them, oh my gosh, look at the picture. The little kid lost his finger, cut off. It died. It grew back. Can you imagine that? Then I say, take a look at, sorry, it's too big now, right?
Yep.
Take a look at, give me a minute. I'm almost there. Take a look at the woman that's back was literally, can you see that now?
Yeah, scroll down.
Take a look at the lady's back. It was curved and now it's straight. Can you believe it? And then I always pick, I say this one. Look at the dog. You can see he can't see and he can see now. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, take a look at this. This is, can you see that, Peter?
Yep.
This woman, look at her back. And now it's
amazing.
Like, I mean, the pictures tell 1,000 words. The pictures are so good that I use them. And then I'll usually show Mandy. Yes, that looks like mother and daughter. No, it's the same woman. It's the same woman. And lastly, I'll usually say, oh my God, that's me. I had cancer and now I'm pretty. So if you like what you see, then I can also send you a testimonial. What was going on with you again? And this is where Peter really does a good job on that. Talk about how you use your testimonials to pre-qualify.
Well, I like to use pre-qualify, like when I use your script actually. Hey, what's going on with you? What challenges are you having with your health right now? The moment you ask that, everyone, that is the big shift of the pre-qualifier, okay? Because now you're transitioning from knowing what they want, like what they have, and they're going to be intimate with you. Everyone, just know that. When sales, the definition of sales is effective communication. If you find out what their problem is, and then you have the solution for them, you have a transaction, everyone. When you're asking them what's going on in your health right now, you are finding out their problem. When you show them, hey, you know what? Our community is so big. We have tens of thousands of people using this technology. Let me find you a testimonial that matches or that another person has the same challenge as you. How many
What
people
about your
have...
house?
Okay, give me 1 second. Jan, can you find this person?
I got it. I already
So
did.
everyone, the biggest aha moment is you want them to get that aha moment when you send them the podcast, and when they physically see you, go on a phone, go on an app, copy and paste exactly what their challenge, whether if they have arthritis, macular degeneration, back issues, sleep issues, and you pull that out of that and you text it to them. That process, Marci, is an aha moment.
Yes, it is. And you know what I do now, Peter? I ask what's going on with you, and depending on what's going on with them, I know I have 1 of 6 testimonials I can send them. What do I mean by that? What's going on? Oh, you have that lower back pain. Let me find a testimonial, and I'll go to the testimonial only site, or I'll send them a live invite to a patching podcast. If they want to know more about what a doctor thinks, I'll send them something from the practitioner call telegram. If they want to know, is this a real business? I'll go send them something from the business testimonial. If they say, I just need to see proof, I'm going to send them a before and after picture. Do you see how I use the different testimonials depending on what I hear they want to know about? Does that make sense? I ask questions and listen.
The better you peak, the easier it is to pre-qualify. The more you know about your prospects and share them tools outside of you. Remember, you're not saying, oh, this cures this, this heals this does this. No, you're saying, let me find it for you. Let me text you. Let me share with you that testimonial. Then you're doing a third party. And that's why third-party validation calls are good, but only when they're pre-qualified. You never want to do a 3-way call if they haven't seen anything yet, because again, that will go back to the convincing mode, and we're not convincing anyone.
Also, you don't want to waste your time or our time, right? Pre-qualifying is so important. It's like going and showing someone 20 houses and they have a credit score of 4. You've just wasted your time, and you've wasted everybody's time because that person cannot buy, right? Pre-qualifying is important to say, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste Peter's time. I want to bring fully qualified people to my upline to close if you need them to close. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. And everyone, I'm telling you, people are watching your steps. They watch how you process things. If you're in front of a network marketer and he sees you do this process, I guarantee you, I don't even know how many network marketers we had join our team because they just saw that flow, Marci.
Oh, I have network marketers going on our site going, your Pique pre-qualified pack is genius. We've just taken it to our company.
Okay.
They've taken it to their company, but that's okay. We have an open site. We have an open system. Peter, let's take it to the very last piece because we only have 4 minutes left. After you pre-qualify, then what you want to do is you want to take it to pick a pack. And so let's just hear how that sounds. Some people want to know, how do they close people? Well, that's really simple. If you like what you see, I can show you how to get it at wholesale price. If you like what you see, I can send you a 3-day gift. The pick a pack lets you decide where your person is based on what they want. And I like having both in my back pockets. The more experienced network marketer will most likely just take them right into a wholesale pack. A new network marketer may need the gift in their back pocket. That's okay. I like to say in training on Mondays, it's like Montessori. We're training for the people that have been network marketers for a long time and the new ones. So Peter, what I like to do under the pick a pack is I want to take you guys to the 14 steps to success. And I just want to take you to take the order. Okay, this is where some of our forms are, where you can pick the pack. My suggestion is make a clipboard and print the order form on it. Do you know that the more order forms on your clipboard, the more orders you will take? I always have 10 on my clipboard. I'll show you what I mean by that. I have a clipboard and I have all my order forms there because I'm ready to take an order. How do you take an order? Well, you just read the order form to someone. Well, you can get at $149 retail. You can become a preferred customer at $119. We like the wholesale packs, $299 for individuals, $499, enough for your family. Platinum and diamonds are to build a business. You're going to need inventory. and 1x39 the following month to keep your stem cells activating. If you look at the gold football, 1x39, 1x49 equals 2 of any supportive patches. Let's build it. I love the dynamic dual. 1x39 stem cell activation. Eon reduces inflammation, which is an eater of stem cells. So together it turbocharges the X39 to work better. Let's build that pack with 1x39 and 4 Eon with 1x39 the following month to keep your stem cells activating. That gives you 4 months of full stem cell activation and regeneration. Your name is, your address is. Once you get this order filled, the wonderful thing is, if you don't know how to input it, go to tab 10 and it teaches you how to input your order. So don't be afraid to take the order. Lastly, Peter, there's a couple other forms that I like for follow-up that are here, and you might not have seen these because Sally and I just put them together. We love the what to expect. You can print this out. I have this on my clipboard. I like to tell people that in the first few days of X39, you can reset 4,000 genes to a younger, healthier state. 1 to 3 months, you can reset the brain. We have research on that. 3 to 6 months, you can activate your stem cells. 6 to 12 months, you can reverse your age 8 years inside and out. This is powerful, and we use this all the time. The most the other one I love is our new before and after tracker. And this was written to be a script with pictures. Do you know, when we were at that event last week, all we did is point to these pictures and read this script, and everybody was interested. Here's what the script says. Lifewave uses a form of wearable light technology that activates your stem cells, makes more stem cells, and resets it to a younger, healthier state. Stem cells are the only cells in your body that are changeable. They can change into whatever cell your body needs for repair, like when you were 20. Go to startx39now.com for more information. But look at the pictures. I point to the finger. I point to the nerve, where the nerve, it flows right again. I point to the picture of the girl's back that was curved and now straight. I point to the dog, and I point to me as an example. So once again, have you noticed how our paperwork matches the Now site? I'm trying to match, so the scripts match and the website matches. Network marketers are a script business. We read scripts. All you have to do is read that. And lastly, I love the all products flyer, because this talks about all the products and the patch placement. So you can use these sheets to help with your follow-up and closing the order. Peter,
Wow.
Don't you like these? They're all right here. They're my favorites. I use them all the time now, Peter.
I mean, we took this whole hour, but just to go through 333 PPP and look at all this information that is coming out. Man, you got it all down, Marci. I don't even know this stuff.
I know you don't know all my follow-up. And here's the cool thing. You ready for this? This follow-up is in my envelope, which is a script, which you read to people. And inside, guess what? It's those same cards I just showed you. Do you know, when we went to the event, Peter, Claudia and I just filled these with 10 of these cards, and we just patched and educated. I'm going to where am I going to? I'm going to San Antonio next week for a small meeting, and I'm just going to make 100 of these, and we're just going to read envelopes and patch people. Even in the Tampa event, all I did when we got done is I handed out the order form and the patching summary, and people were taking people's orders in the chairs. Where you can find that information is right here, and this will be the last thing. I love this. Is you can go right to Sally, and you go to the 14 steps to success under the marketing tools, promote your business. And there's all Sally's tools. So Sally is our designer and our printer. All I did, you guys, as I got my business cards from Sally, I love my envelopes from Sally, and these are my new mini info cards. And they're right there. You can order them. You can fill your cards and you can print and put them on your clipboards and use them that way. So we have definitely been doing some cool things. Lastly, if you want to order them all pre-done, you go to the 14 Steps to Success under Give a Gift, and you can order your own business bag, and Jan for $8 will just fill it for you. And there it is. You can email her if you're interested. I just want you guys to see the system and the tools. And I want you to understand, in the last 3 months, I've been trying to make the printed tools the same as the Now site. Do you understand? Like, I'm trying to make everything match, the pictures, the scripts. So I hope you see that. And now you can kind of see how I'm going to rewrite the system so they all match. So that's it. Oh, you're muted.
Okay, wow, Marci, I know we covered a lot of things today. This call could be just a refresher for you, but for the new people, this will be your foundation, okay? Watch this video over again. Just move to the parts where you need to. Everything that Marci and I do here, everyone, is literally free. Let me repeat that again. Everything we do is for free, okay? We have the free site. You can join for free. The companies doesn't charge you for their website, for their app. Use all this to leverage to build your business. But the main thing is this: learn the behaviors, okay? That's all we can always teach each other. And you know how hard it is to keep a whole organization together like this, to always be on the same page, do the same thing, and duplicate it out. It is very hard, but it gets easier because our organization now knows exactly what to do and how to do things. So, Marci, it's been another great training. Next week, everyone, next week is the first week of June. We are going to have our SPD call. We're going to have our directors and above call, and we're going to go deep into the comp plan next week, okay? We will show you how to maximize the comp plan with our gold rush. Everything will be on one simple page. Marci is working on reworking the whole biz site to match it to look like the Now site, everyone. There's a lot of work to be done. All we're going to say is this also: who is going to convention? If you're going to convention, buy your tickets. Hotels are already sold out, okay? They're going to open up new blocks, but make sure you get your convention ticket. The ticket is the most important thing.
And Peter, if you can also go look for hotels outside of that hotel
Yes.
general location. I hope they open up new blocks, but there has to be rooms to open. Do you understand? So please just get a room close by if you need to. Let's just get there. Okay.
So Marci, everybody, it's a Memorial weekend. Everyone, we're going to be off on Monday. Who here learned something today again? Raise your hand. Okay, good. Use this weekend. You're going to be in front of friends. You're going to be in front of family. Learn the Pique, okay? So let's get peaking. We love our Team Evolve. We're constantly evolving. I just want to say thank you to each one of you again. And May is in the books. We're done with May, everyone. Let's focus on June. There's going to be a lot of promotions next week, everyone. So get ready for more stuff. Marci, any last words you want to say before we say goodbye?
Peak, peak, peak. Let's have a peaking weekend. Bye-bye.
Okay, everyone. Love you all. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Love you
Great
all.
call today. Good training.
Bye.